Hey everybody, this is the Samsung Galaxy J7 user here. Sorry for that little startup there, but um, the part two of my part two series on my being with Boost doesn't really cover too much of me being with Boost. Just a lot of personal opinion about the company. Like I said before, I don't speak out of a professional opinion. Excuse me. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I hear you. Ugh. Hold on. Everything is out of personal opinion. Excuse me. Um, that the first thing I want to cover in that is that I could speak to say I have. Excuse me. Good lord. Um, I have had my ups and downs with Boost Mobile. Not very many downs, but a lot of ups, but quite a few. One of my personal experiences with Boost Mobile was probably a major thumbs down uh, a while back ago when I used their auto pay option at one point in time. I was still with Wells Fargo when I first began with them. They fairly treated me well at that time. Oh boy, hold on one more time. Damn, it's cold here and I'm freezing my ass off. Even though I got heat, the only problem is jealousy windows. Anyways, that good lord, I hate the cold. Um, that Um, I decided to pay with my debit card one-time payment. I was on Boost's old shrinkage deal, which I had at mine at the lowest, which was $40 at the time. Um, and what happened was basically somehow their system uh, doubled down on me, and basically took an additional $80 out of my account, which I didn't authorize. Luckily, without confirmation type emails that they send. God bless. I didn't call Boost Mobile. I went straight to my bank, and they took care of the matter. Which I showed proof in my email that you see, that I made a one-time payment of $40. This is the system they took it out of. Blah 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 blah. I just want my $80 back. You know, they could keep the 40 what my phone was due. I said, but they're not taking 80 out of my account. They fixed the problem. So basically, with a 24-hour period, which basically was just a few hours, they reimbursed my 80. And basically, I don't know what the hell happened if Boost had to pay them back or not. I don't know. That's not a thing. But as I said, um, the only phones that I've ever had with, I say, that I've had more troublesome issues with is probably um, the texting and data with the iDen phones. And when I got into the CDMA side of Boost Mobile, which would have been the ZTE Speed, well, I'll say the ZTE Warp and the ZTE Speed. I think pretty much the ZTE Speed was modeled after the ZTE Warp because of the fact that it was the same ignorant problems that I've had from the start. Um, Headphone problems, micro SD problems, them not registering, lagging, freezing, restarting. It was a nightmare with both of these phones. But all the other phones I've ever had, um, 3G and LTE model, and one uh, um, WiMAX model phone, which was the HTC Evo Design 4G. Honestly, I could say that phone was a beautiful phone for what it was worth, but the operating system update killed it, and WiMAX killed it. It would I mean, it was a CDMA/GSM phone, but it was primarily locked to Boost at the time. So after a while and $267 later, um, the current model phone that I'm using right now is the Samsung Galaxy J7, not the Perks or the Refine, the original. And I still love the phone. I still use it. Um, I don't really have it heavily cramped. I use my 500 gig SD card on it for everything that I need to store on an SD card. And I love it. And I have no complaints. Like I said, I mean, I've had complaints, several areas with Boost Mobile. We already covered that basically in the part one video. Now, the second part basically, it's basically the future of the company. It's the whole idea of, I think, I mean, in the beginning, don't get me wrong, I love the iDen phones. The push to talks were the awesome, they were. And I wish they would kind of bring that kind of system back, even though I know there's a lot of walkie-talkie type apps that you can use on the Google Play Store, but they can't mock or mimic what the push-to-talk phones did. And if you ever owned them, you know what I'm talking about. And I kind of miss those phones. But realistically, I think the company could have gone down a better road with a different company. Um, I don't know whether who to say if they weren't being bought out either by somebody like AT&T or Verizon at the time. That would have been a hard thing. I guess Nextel and then Sprint eventually was the idea. Because, I mean, Sprint has hit a lot of hard times even before SoftBank took over. And really and honestly, I wish it was one of those companies that would have done better. Um, I think they still could, but that's something for the future to see. But not really. Sorry, I take that kind of back. But going into this, the other part is basically is what's going to happen. Now, personal opinion basically states that once the whole merger deal happens, of course, all three companies are going to be in operation for a little while. Mergers, company, business type things, mergers can happen quick, but the technology is a different thing. Um, those things kind of take a little time. So eventually, as said, um, there's going to be basically one company that's going to run everything, T-Mobile. And after a period of time, then the basic word is T-Mobile. No, it's not Sprint, not Boost Mobile, not Virgin Mobile, T-Mobile. Because pretty much T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile are, it's going to basically be the postpaid and prepaid carriers that you're going to deal with after a period of time. Um, I had a question, that was asked to me: Was I going to stay with if I had? Was I going to convert to a T-Mobile phone? No, I'm not. I don't have a feel or need to go to a T-Mobile phone, and I won't. I'm thinking about switching companies when that day comes. To Cricket. I'm not sure what particular company, as long as it's not associated with Sprint and it's going to fall that easily. Um, I can't say Sprint has been a great and awesome company. They've been trying for years. They keep falling on their asses. I mean, Boost has had some decent deals, but you know, the time is coming. You either are going to do something or you're not. So, and in that circumstance, it's just when will the proverbial RIP will hit Boost, Virgin, and Sprint. that's just basically about it. So, anyways, everybody, I want to really thank everybody for listening in on my personal opinions about um, what I think Sprint really should have done. I mean, they could have done better, a lot more better, if they have kind of associated themselves with the right companies. SoftBank wasn't one of them. Definitely, Nextel wasn't either. But um, but I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to wish everybody good morning, good night, wherever you're at. Peace out.